Ladies and gentlemen, we have been on a roll with our smart home, and we are coming up on one of the last few projects. And I'm probably going to get interrupted on this one, because I do have that interview coming up. I'm pretty excited about that. It's for like a remote help desk thing. And actually, I'm doing things like this to sharpen myself so I can be more available for positions like that. Like I can say, hey, this is what I've been doing in my spare time. I've been, doing code videos and checking things out, like making code videos for Arduino and building projects and stuff. So I'm gonna check the mobile app. That's what we're doing on this one. We're making sure the mobile app works. So I'm gonna get that out of my way, and then I'm going to bring this over here so you can see it better. And I think, let me change that. But I want to bring my copy over here. And so this is how we're gonna. This is how we're going to connect the cell phone app. Okay, this goes back here. Okay, so what do? We just straightened all this out. You probably know what all of these are by now. If not, check our Crunchy. Shush. Crunchy, I'm making a video. Okay, our setup function. And everything within our setup function. Oops. That's the close of the while loop. So all of that's in the setup function. We're going to tab all that in. Okay. And then this is our while loop. I'm not going to change that out, but I am going to tab those in. So there's a while. All of these look normal. There's the end of our setup function. We got a lot of territory to cover here, and I have to pay attention to the time. Okay, so everything. Let's see here. Is that right? There's the close. Yep, all of it. That's all of that is inside the loop function. Okay, so we're going to take all of it. This is going to help us break down the code a little bit. Okay. So let's go back to the top of our loop function. And we see we have a constructor. We're building our Wi-Fi client. And then if not Wi-Fi client, return while such and such delay. We're making a string and we're calling it that. That's an escape character for carriage return. So, okay. And, oops, declaring two integers. So we're just making a few variables right there. We have an if statement. So if those conditions are met, do all that junk, and then return. Okay. And then we're declaring another No, we're changing the value of rec. Serial print line. String S. Looks like we're declaring a string. And we have a huge intro to an if statement there. This goes back here. Okay, to finish out that line of code. This, S equals all of that jazz. Okay. And then S is appending IP string, S is appending HTML, serial print line, serial print line. Okay, so where are we? We're all within this. Okay, and this is part of a closing comment here that they want you to read after you've done all the other crap. Am I doing on time? Okay. Getting closer. Okay, so send the contents of the string. Okay. That can probably be put back up here. So that's our if statement. We have another if statement. So it's kind of ugly. See how it's kind of ugly the way they're cramming all of this? Let's see. IP address. I don't like the way they do this, but it's not necessarily the way they did it. In fact, I need to fix this up here too. I didn't notice that. When you're sitting at home watching these code videos and you see people gloss over stuff like that, obvious mistakes, and you're like, why didn't he get that? Why didn't it's so obvious? It shows you're starting to learn, but it also shows B, like the level of concentration you have to focus on, like other stuff, you know. And some of these things that are very, very obvious get overlooked because I'm trying to explain a different concept. Make sense? Okay. So we're getting to the end. If But yeah, the way they write their if statements in this section is pretty ugly. Client print S. Let's see. We're getting low on time here, but I think we can still do it. What have I done? Okay. Now where's our code? Okay, so it looks like it's supposed to be that way. Client print S, it's just a weird note. It's going to print something. So let's straighten that out. Take a quick browse over our code. I kind of want all this stuff to look fairly linear. Do I see anything out of place? I don't notice anything out of place right now. I don't want to tighten that up anymore. I just need to, let's drift through it one more time. And if you're doing this code at home for yourself, take note on, as I'm going through it slowly, just pause the video on any code blocks that that you think look out of place, or any code blocks that you have that don't look right. If you're curious about any of them on yours. But get the idea is you can kind of see the full script. I'll bring that out there a little bit more so you can see that. Oh, close that. And bring mine open here. So you can see like the full script and everything that way. At any point when the whole function that you want to see, the entire function is on the screen, you can just pause it. But, okay, that's the whole script. So about around 120 lines of code. Okay, so in the next video we're going to run this. I have to change this password up here. This is my SSID and my password. I have to change that before I run it. And I also have to get ready to take a phone call here in just a few minutes. So I'm not going to run this right now. I'm going to take care of my personal business first and then come back and do this at a later time. So there's that, and we'll finish this up soon.